on this episode of Shooting the Shit with Saints.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome into another episode of Shooting with Sands, man. Hey, winners or losers of week one. This is going to be a really quick video. I'm on my lunch break. That's why I got the plain tee on. Just took a shower. Yeah, man. Thank you all for looking at the love list. I got a comment saying it didn't age well. I don't know what he's looking at. A.J. Brown didn't pan out. C.D. Lamb dropped a couple passes that would have, he left literally in PPR formats. He probably left 8 points on the board. He would have had 20. Zay Flowers went off. Garrett Wilson fan club here. We'll get to that. So go check it out. Let me know what you think about it. If you don't like some of the players, let me know in the comments. That helps me, and I can interact with you, man. So let's get into the winners and losers. Once again, I do not think this is a season-long thing. I am talking about week one. I feel like half the people that watch the video or half the comments, I don't get many, but half the comments like, bro, you think that's lasting? No. That's why I said it's week one. Okay? So without further ado, let's get into the losers of week one. Week one losers, and I keep noticing on my teeth. So right here on my tooth, right? I've worked hard for these teeth. 10 years of braces, yada, yada. Fake teeth up top, implants, all that, right? These teeth got crooked because the bottom row broke, the little retainer. Dog, I was sitting there eating, and I look at my fork, and there's blood on it. It's just blood, right? Puddle of blood. I then look, and my tongue got cut from like the back to the front. And I was like, what the fuck? Found out this tooth right here had a little chip in it. And I literally got a piece of sandpaper and sanded my tooth down. And now it's becoming more noticeable by the day. Anyways, number three losers. Guys like me, man. High-end tight end investors. George Kittle, Trey McBride, Brock Bowers. George Kittle hurts his hamstring. He's out for 4 weeks. Brock Purdy is now out. Going to probably meet his mark 2 to 5 weeks. I didn't like San Fran coming into this year. I wasn't as high on them as everybody. I didn't think they would have a crazy comeback. I don't see it with Purdy. I never have, and I don't know what everybody else is seeing, in my opinion. I have never seen it with the kid. The balls that he throws are just lost. They're just pop-ups to the defense. It's insane, right? Everything runs through Christian McCaffrey, which is also scary because he's coming off 30 touches, which is good. Like you go, oh shit, they're good. Yeah, every time he's healthy, they use him. I hope he can stay healthy. He's electric to watch. But Brock Bowers, he's fine, but that was scary. And I thought you saw, and I know the worry of the Michael Mayer snaps and the Brock Bowers snaps together. I'm not really that worried about it. I'm not. I think 12 personnel is so unusual to the modern NFL. When Pete Carroll does it, we kind of overreact. Guys, he's still the number one target. He averaged 21 yards a catch. He had 5 catches for 105 yards in less than 3/4 of action, guys. He's fine. But I will say, just for that week, it was like, fuck, is he done? Right when I got the update as I'm watching the game, because I went to go take a piss. I come back, and Bowers hasn't. I'm like, where the fuck is Brock? Start scrolling Twitter, found out he hurt his knee. So he's okay, will be fine. Brock Bowers and Trey McBride owners, which I'm getting to, will be fine, but it is annoying. You go with Trey McBride against the Saints. People like me, guys, I live in Louisiana. I lived in Louisiana. I am a Bucks fan. I hate that fucking team. Listen, they showed up to play in week one. Kellen Moore seems like he's going to be a good coach, maybe. Spencer Rattler threw the ball 46 times. I think that's more of an indictment on the Cardinals than it is like, oh my God, the Saints. But the Cardinals going in there, you think they're going to mollywop them. I thought the 6.5 point spread was a layup, and it ended up not being a layup, but it's still one. He goes in there, he gets 31% of the target share, but all his targets just seem short. It seemed like he's the underneath guy, and I don't like that. I don't think that lasts, by the way. It just seemed like in that game, if we're doing overreactions to week one, his yards per target is going to be like 6 yards. I don't like that. Okay? I don't like it. So Number 2 loser of the week. The Lions owners, man. I didn't get a single Lion on any team. I thought the regression of the offense as a whole was over-exaggerated, but I didn't want to take a chance on picking the player that regressed. Mostly with me, I don't really invest in RB in the early rounds. I do, or round 1, I should say, just round 1. If Chase Brown was there round 2, I would have taken him. But I don't invest in RBs early in the round. So, Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs, RB 24 on 29 touches, 10 catches. He had 10 points from catches. I think RB 24 would be half-point PPR. I like to have the balance because I do standard. I know a lot of people don't. I'm not a fan of standard. Old league, I've said it a million times. It's like a 12, 15-year-old league. We just keep the rules, but we change different things every year, okay? Jared Goff, QB 19. David Montgomery, RB 33, and his touches were there. I feel like you have to kind of be encouraged by the Montgomery touches, but I also feel like they were giving him the ball to see, like, all right, is it because Gibbs just they're game planning for Gibbs? Is it they couldn't get anything going? It was kind of crazy to watch. Laporta did amazing. The one dude that's on my love list, by the way. Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Amon-Ra St. Brown was wide receiver 45 and had 6 targets. Yuck. And I said he was on my love list too. So let's go back and forth. Idiot, genius. Genius, idiot, okay? The last one I'll talk about is Ted Ginn with dreads. I got to stop doing this shit where I don't put a takeout because my league members will see it. Because I know a lot of my league members love Jameson, and I kept telling them I love him too. I do not. I hated him. I don't understand what you saw, and this is okay. I'm not going off week 1. I'm telling you my take now because now I can say it without it being on a hate list. I have hated him since he was brought up in fantasy. I don't know what you're looking at drafting him in the top 5, 6 rounds of your draft after you probably saw 4 guys go ahead of him in the draft, 3 at least, Amon, Jahmyr, and David go before Jameson, and then Sam Laporta went late because he had a down year last year. What the fuck has Jameson Williams shown you that he isn't a streak route merchant? Is that what if you want that, cool. The way they were talking about him is that he isn't a boom or bust. He is arguably the 5th option on the fucking offense behind the 4th or the 2nd string running back. Don't know what you're looking at. To me, he seems like a safety stretcher for everything else to come underneath what Jared Goff likes. And I thought that was obvious. And I know I'm talking real football, but that he just seems like a stretch the field guy. Go stretch the field so we can get all this underneath stuff up. And then if they come up, we'll bomb it. He's fucking Ted Ginn with dreads. So that is the last of the losers until the third one, me. Now, I got made fun of. I make mistakes in the first week. I think everybody does. And I know maybe it turns you off of looking at my content, but I told you what I do in fantasy. I go no RB. I struggle the first 3 to 4 weeks with RB because it's no RB. And then something happens. Y'all clown me for taking both Jaguars as trade rumors flooded your Twitter feed during the offseason about Tank Bigsby. So now I'm supposed to be a loser. I'm hyping myself up. So now I have Saquon Barkley's handcuff, and I have the number 1 in Jacksonville, which looks like a decent offense. I know Brian Thomas didn't get going, and the rain delay's weird, bro. 2 rain delays week 1, weird. Yeah, I know I got criticized for it, but I was a loser. I lost by 0.02. And when you look at my lineup, you can laugh at it. I don't care. Listen, this is week 1. When Travis Etienne starts and he starts averaging 13 points a game in standard, I don't know who's going to be laughing because I told you to invest high-level tight end. I told you to invest in high-level quarterback, running upside quarterback, and I always take pass catchers over running backs, man. I don't think the RB bets always cash. And all the late-round boomers, Travis Etienne, once again, one of the top running backs in fantasy last week, got drafted in the 10th round of my draft. In both of my drafts, actually, in my PPR draft too. And I begged y'all to go get them. Anyways, I lost by 0.02. I'm the biggest loser. Aaron Jones got that catch and didn't reach the ball out. It fucking sucked. All right, To the winners. I only have like 2 winners this week. Not a lot. Garrett Wilson fan club leader. That is me. Run the clip. Everybody wants to be off of him. I am not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving you, Garrett. Garrett Wilson, guys, I don't give a fuck how many goddamn Justin Fields throwing compilations you throw at me. Do you think I haven't seen him throw before the preseason? Did you think that I was like, oh, Justin Fields got better? I do not give a fuck who is throwing him the ball, man. There are quarterback-proof receivers. Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco had him all his rookie season, 3 different quarterbacks, still finished wide receiver 21. It's week 1. You're right. It's week 1, bitch. Fine. Dope. Cool. Got it. One more time. I don't give a fuck who's throwing him the ball. Just had to get that off. Justin Fields, 0 off-target throws. Garrett Wilson was 4th in total catches in the NFL this week, and 6 of his 7 catches were over 10 yards. Hello. You scream target funnel at me over and over and over and over with other players. And I said, no, him. And all they're talking about is their college chemistry and stuff that I harped on a million times. I don't know, man. Garrett Wilson was fucking amazing. That's what I saw. And do I think they sustained that? No. They got the new coach like hype, right? They got the new coach bump in the first game. I said from the beginning, I think they end up in the top half of the league in offense. I know Justin Fields is going to be shitty some games, man. I watched him play. Y'all think I haven't watched fucking football before? I've seen him play. I saw the kid. All right? I don't think he's as bad as everybody says he is either, but I also don't think he's as good as everybody who thinks he's amazing is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's that great. But I know one thing is that when he finds his number 1 target, he don't stop fucking throwing to him. The 1 year DJ Moore has been worth his fucking ADP. Who is his quarterback? Thanks. All right. Who made Cole Kmet fantasy relevant? Who did that? Who did that? Oh, okay. It's Justin Fields. All right. And the second winner from week 1. This is the last one. I don't have many winners this week. I thought it was a putrid week in fantasy. I thought if you look around your league, there are some gross scores out there, dog. I saw people not break 80 in a full point PPR. They had Dak Prescott, George Kittle. It was fucking nasty, man. I didn't want to see it. I didn't like it. All right. The rushing upside quarterback takes the winner to me this week. I don't know what to tell you, man. I told you to do it. It's week 1. These are the things that make you stand out. When I go into Sunday night down 40 plus points with Aaron Jones and Josh Allen, when I'm down I was down more than 50. I have a chance. You do not. You do not with fucking even Baker. He's my quarterback. You don't have a shot. You will not make them numbers up, bro. Trevor Lawrence, fine. Drake May, take him. Fuck yeah. Love it. Start him all week. Get Dak out there. Fine. When I'm down 40, I got a fucking shot. That's why you invest in these guys. You stand out in certain positions in your league. I think standing out at quarterback is, if you are a good drafter, you can adjust to taking him early. If you are not a top-of-the-line drafter, which is not a bad thing, by the way, because people are mid-drafters and elite management. I think I'm getting towards the good management side with making trades and stuff, but if you're a really good drafter and you believe that, why are you not investing early at quarterback and getting 20 to 30 points a week? Yes, the 4 weeks it doesn't happen, you're going to be pissed off, but when you go into the playoffs 9-4 with the 1 seed, you get the bye week, and then you're in the championship with 1 win, get the fuck over it. You should be able to adjust if you take a quarterback in the 3rd. Sorry. All right, Josh Allen. QB1, Justin Fields. QB2, Lamar Jackson. QB4 with only 17 attempts passing. Once again, what did I say? I do not give a fuck about your passing production. Jalen Hurts had 150 passing yards with a rain delay. The offenses died in the second half. He was QB8 with 150 passing yards. You think I give a fuck about how good he can throw the ball? Nope. Mahomes has led the team in rushing, I believe, 4 times in the last 27 games. Thought it was obvious. Thought that last year when I saw him play, I said, he's leaving the pocket quicker than I've ever seen him do it. And then he just kept doing it over and over. And the only reason he was scoring points last year while they were scoring 23 a game was because he was scooting for 40 to 50 a game. We saw that again. And my whole point with the top tier quarterback, the difference between everybody tries to tell me every year, that dumbass fucking stat y'all put up. The difference between QB8 and QB22 is 2 points a week. I don't give a fuck. Give me the difference from the top 7 to 10 to 12. Give me that. There is a 6-point gap already between a top 10 quarterback and the 15th quarterback. There's a 6-point gap. That is a big gap. For a season, that is 100 points, over 100 points. 6 times 17 is 102, I believe. That is that shit. That's what I'm talking about. I told y'all this year, at every other position but tight end and quarterback, I do not think when you get to that range of like past wide receiver 2 and you get in that wide receiver 3 to flex category, usually every year from like 25 to 40, there is some weird gap, like a 5-point gap per game, per week. I don't think that's going to happen this year. At every position, I don't think there is going to be a huge leap past like the top 10, those obvious top tier guys. And when it comes down to the people that everybody has to start, like the lower end RB2s, the lower end RB3s that are, or the high end RB3s that are flexes, I don't think there's going to be this huge gap between those. I don't at all. So that's why I said, if you can get a massive gap at a position to put yourself ahead of the field at these positions, I think you should do it, because if you're a good drafter, you will know where and when to invest in certain players and make the roster around that, right? I feel like quarterback and tight end have been the most ignored position the last 3 years in fantasy. And I had the hot take earlier this summer, and I'll do it to end the video. I think we are taking quarterbacks within the first 2 rounds in the next 2 to 3 years. We're going to see the production they have this year, the rushing they have, all the rushing touchdowns they have, the amount of points per game, how consistent it is compared to running backs and wide receivers. And people will start to invest even earlier, knowing that, hey, there are less than probably 11 workhorses, pure workhorses in the NFL. Like, somebody give me 15 real workhorses that don't have health complications. Like, I want them in the comments. I do. Because I think you get to about 8 to 12, and of the 12 that you have, 3 of them are questionable. All right? So that's what I'll say, man. I feel great about my teams right now. My 10-man looks like it's going to be a killer. My 12-man looks like a slow burn, but also not, because over 95 points in a standard league in a 12-man is like, the standard to make the playoffs is probably 90 to 91 every week average. And I put up 96. I had 2 running backs combined for fucking 6 points. And I'm chilling. I ain't freaking out. Don't freak out yet. Let's wait till we'll do the quarterly. Week 4, we'll do the quarterly check-in. All right. From here on out every week. I don't believe in waiver wires week 1. Hate to tell you. I don't. I do not believe in it. I think it's bullshit. I think you're reaching at straws. And week 2, we get some form of consistency. That's when the waiver wire picks will come out next week. But yeah, as for now, we out. Great video. Love you all. Go check out the love and hate list. Tell me who you love and hate on them. And other than that, I'm out, dog. Peace. Shout out D Wade, man.